me some sound over here.
You are a part of the Ace and TJ radio family.
Go.
This is launch control.
Let's synchronize, shall we?
Ready. 3, 2, 1.
Let's go!
Live from the Calitrin Studios, this is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Oh, look at all these smiling faces in here. You know, whenever I see your smiling face, I have to smile myself.
Whenever I see your smiling face. Because
I love you.
Yeah.
Y'all know that song? You kids know that? James Taylor? Whenever I see your smiling face, I have to smile myself because I love you. You don't know that?
I think that sounds a little familiar.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What about this one? In my mind, I'm going to Carolina.
Nope.
Riggins, why did you cut your eyes at Alexis when she started singing?
It's not the news, it's more important. Now trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ show.
So this is kind of funny. Drew Barrymore is trending this morning for an unusual reason. She saw, it must be a surreal thing when you're an actor or an actress and your movie just comes on TV. Like, how long do you sit around and watch it? Do you turn it off if it's a scene you're uncomfortable with? But The Wedding Singer popped up while she was at her house. But that's not why people are talking about this video of Drew Barrymore. Check this out. I want to see if you have the same reaction. There she is. She's kind of tearing up watching The Wedding Singer. Yeah. And then she's, oh, that little TV.
I know. And the whole apartment seems like...
She doesn't have... She's a minimalist. There's nothing, no decorations on the wall or anything.
Are we sure that she's at home?
She said it's on my TV.
Yeah.
This just popped up on my TV.
But I wonder what that is, though. That could be like an office, because it's a small room that she's in. A
little spare bedroom.
Yeah, a spare bedroom or an office or a guest house.
But still,
or
that wall is too far away from her to be having a TV that small.
Yeah, you can't watch The Wedding Singer.
I mean, big TVs are like $5 now.
And that TV's not centered. It's right by the door. That's weird.
It's just an odd look, right?
It really is an odd look. It looks like a hotel room to me more than anything else.
Turn around, you expect to see some sort of projection on the wall or something. It's Drew Barrymore. She got a lot of money.
But why was she tearing up?
I don't know.
She's very emotional.
She's very emotional.
I think she's sweet.
Charming.
I think she's a very fun, charming person who I think goes through the world just with a lot of honesty. Yeah. Like, she just is who she is. And sometimes that betrays her and she makes mistakes and does stupid things, but she doesn't care. She's like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Much like myself.
Yeah.
But
no.
But the way she snuggles her guests is like weird.
The Oprah video, I mean, it's almost uncomfortable to watch.
I saw a clip where she's down on the floor with one of the people she was interviewing one time. Maybe it was Anne Hathaway or something. I'm not sure.
She's done it with Dylan Mulvaney, I think
She gets down there and... Oh, that's right. Yeah, with Dylan Mulvaney.
They just get down on the floor. She's a hippie. Very touchy-feely.
Yeah.
It's her thing. Bill Belichick. Ace just informed us during the commercial break. Big breaking news. Ace, do you want to share that?
Yeah, I just saw Bill Belichick was trending along with, Nick Saban, and they're all been mentioned together.
Is that because he had a good TikTok dance?
No.
Bill Belichick?
They believe it has been announced that later today, Bill Belichick will no longer be the coach of the New England Patriots after 24 seasons. The story is he and owner Robert Kraft have been meeting off and on several times for the last few days. It's been extremely amicable. They both care about each other deeply.
In that way.
And they have decided that it's best for him and the team to part ways, and they'll move forward without him.
Nice. Okay. So, yeah, he is the top trending topic. But Robert Kraft is also trending this morning because he just he's 81, his wife is 47. So you can crunch the numbers on that. Significantly younger. He just threw her a birthday party. And I love when rich celebrities have special entertainment. He hired Dave Matthews to come perform at her birthday party. I don't know what that costs.
Well, probably $1 million.
You think it's $1 million?
Yeah, I bet it's $1 million.
I love when you do that. Bring in a famous celebrity.
Oh my God! If you had the money, if you were a billionaire, they said, "Hey, it's going to cost $1 million to bring Edwin McCain." Or whoever.
Yeah, better not cost me $1 million for Edwin McCain. Maybe $25,000.
Yeah, you want to bring Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran's like, it'll be $1 million. Okay.
Yeah, bring in Lainey Wilson for Jody's birthday party.
It'd be huge.
That
would be the best.
Wonder what she would charge. We're trying to get
Well, maybe she'd give me that Louisiana native discount.
Yeah.
But I mean, to do that for your significant other, like, hey, it's
cool.
It's his or her birthday. I'm going to go out and get their absolute favorite musical artist to come play a little private concert for like 100 people. That would be incredible.
Yeah. Yin Yang Twins.
Yeah, you
Whoever their favorite is.
You can get them for a steal, I bet. Who would you get for
Amanda? Green Day would be the
you get
answer.
Green Day.
Green Day or it'd be Green Day would be her all-time favorite.
Who would you get for Jay, Alexis?
I don't know, because I don't really. He doesn't have like a favorite person that he listens to.
No.
No.
Yes, he does.
Who?
Me.
Okay,
Oh,
get out of
well,
here.
You can get TJ
I gotta book
for
TJ for him.
a deal. You might do it on the cheap. Speaking of Alexis, there is a new hashtag that I don't know that she's aware of on TikTok that might be really helpful as she begins to plan her wedding, or it might send her into a downward spiral. I'm not sure which one it is yet, but we'll do it coming up next.
It's a radio show, it's a podcast, and it's a TV show. Watch the Ace and TJ show anytime. Just search for Ace TJ TV on YouTube. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Hi, I'm Thomas Davis, and let me tell you why I'm a proud member of Team Neogenics.
If your nagging pain is keeping you from being active, do something about it. Join the long list of pros and average Joes who have found relief with our stem cell and regenerative therapies.
After trying all the others, I decided to try Neogenics. My knees and shoulders haven't felt this good since my college days. If you want to get back in the game, do what I did. Visit Neogenics, where all you have to lose is pain.
It's more than just a great room that makes the Hyatt-centric South Park Charlotte such a special hotel. It's the great restaurants, the great bar, the great meeting rooms, and a superior location. Make reservations and get details at acetj.com/Hyatt.
When it's time for you to upgrade any of the furniture in your house, the first thing you need to do is check out Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture. You're going to love the people that run Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture. Go to acetj.com/mattress and find them.
On your phone, on your radio, in your car, on your iPad, on your computer, and on the Ace and TJ Family app. Anytime, anywhere, for your entertainment. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Go check out the Ace and TJ store at acetj.com/store. We've got the hat, the t-shirt, the hoodie, the crew neck sweatshirt, plus the Ace and TJ hot sauces. All available for purchase now. And yes, Ace and TJ have to buy their own stuff. It's not gifted by the gods.
Yup.
acetj.com/store. Now, occasionally I sit next to Alexis here on the show, and occasionally I'll glance over to see what she's checking out because I'm nosy. And I've seen like a Pinterest board maybe, and everything is wedding related. You never were into weddings before you got engaged. That's just not your thing.
No, well, what was the point? If I didn't know if I was going to get married or not.
Yeah, because, I mean, to be honest, who thought that it would happen?
I don't know. I figure all women at some point start building like their mood board in preparation for being engaged. But I never saw any of that kind of stuff from Alexis. But now it's like exclusively that stuff.
When you have no hope, that would be like rubbing salt in an open wound.
It's like I don't want to disappoint myself.
But now she has hope.
Right.
Now it's exciting.
Now her dope chest turned into a hope chest.
That's what happened. Now she's got color palettes.
Yep.
She's looking at all these girly things. I'm like, what is going on over here?
What a little frilly thing you are.
Yeah. So where are you getting your inspo from?
Pinterest, of course.
Pinterest
yeah,
mostly?
Mostly Pinterest.
Well, there's a hashtag on TikTok called Wedding Talk. It's got 10.6 billion views on ideas. So that might be something you want to look at if you're looking for some inspiration on your upcoming nuptials. But one group is turning their back on all this stuff, and that is Gen Z. They have pushed hashtags like anti-wedding, hashtag alt-wedding, And a young woman named Lark has a new video, and she broke down the reasons why she's planning on eloping rather than going for a traditional wedding. And she said, one of the biggest reasons for me is I'm a very anxious person. I simply cannot imagine standing up there on the altar, having the most intimate moment of my life with my partner, with all these eyes eyes watching us. That's the most uncomfortable, anxiety-provoking thought to me. Like, that actually makes me ill to think about. I'm not even being dramatic.
Oh, no, not at all.
So it's not the thought that in this most special of moments, that these are the people that love you and who you love, and you want them to share in this moment, and they are there confirming the love that the two of you have for each other and supporting you.
Anxiety.
I have anxiety because people are staring at me.
She said, when I go to other people's wedding, I want to turn away. It's the most intimate part of somebody's life, and it makes you feel uncomfortable, and you just want to turn away.
Yeah, but it's so special, they want to share it with you. That's why they've invited you to be there. And it's not strangers staring at you. They're sharing in your moment.
She ended the video by saying that the wedding culture is effing weird, and she has no desire to be part of it. Anxiety, panic at your wedding. And I guess planning your wedding might be a little stressful, but that seems wild to not be enjoying that moment up there. So Ace and TJ's anxiety inducer. What is like the unusual thing that brings you a lot of anxiety as a person of a certain age? TJ thinks anxiety doesn't exist.
No, I didn't. I don't. I just think every young person thinks they have anxiety. And it's because of marketing that the mental health, quote unquote, profession has done.
Is that right?
Yeah. Every time you get nervous, it's not anxiety. You don't suffer from anxiety.
I'm nervous right now.
And then Fauci just messed up the kids, too.
At the Ace TJ show, maybe it's just getting an oil change by yourself or asking for extra hot sauce at Taco Bell. That's a scary one when you only get 3 hot sauces and you're like, I know I'm going to need more hot sauce, but I'm afraid to ask them. They seem like they're in a bad mood. So it could be anything. Ace and TJ's anxiety inducer at the Ace TJ show. We'll get your answers next.
Live on your radio and anytime you want on the Ace and TJ family app or wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
When it comes to buying or selling a house, you know, there are all kinds of people that can help you do that, but not like the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. They are so much more than just real estate salespeople. Find out by going to acetj.com/Temple team. If you want all of the heating, air, and electrical work in your house done by the very best, then you need Bradham Brothers. They've been a family business thriving for over 50 years, and that means they're doing something right. Go to BradhamBrothers.com.
Today, every company is a technology company, but becoming a fully enabled digital workplace is not easy. That's why you have CompuCom to guide you, a proven leader in managed IT services. They'll do more than just get you ready for today. They'll get you ready for tomorrow. Go to CompuCom.com for details.
Miss any part of today's show? Catch up anytime on the Ace and TJ family app or wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Okay, so Alexis is planning her wedding, and a lot of younger people say that weddings, the traditional wedding, causes them a lot of anxiety. So many people staring when you're in the most intimate, one of the most intimate moments of your life, when you're sharing your vows and everybody's staring at you, and it just makes you want to crawl in a hole and die. So alt wedding and non-wedding are very popular hashtags on social media platforms, especially TikTok. A lot of people doing things differently now. So what is something that causes a great amount of anxiety for you, even if it's maybe something unusual? We got parking garages out of the way. Like we've heard that, not knowing the parking situation of wherever you're going might cause a lot of anxiety, but some of them are more unusual, and I think you might need to be on some medication. Like Megan said, things that cause me a lot of anxiety: adult coloring books. There's just too many little spots to color at once. I know they're supposed to reduce stress, but they don't do it for me. Adult coloring books causes you stress.
Right. It causes me stress that people feel like they have to have to qualify a coloring book by calling it an adult coloring. It's a coloring book.
It's a coloring book.
Yeah.
So coloring books cause her stress. I feel terrible for her. It has the opposite effect on what it's supposed to do.
Bless her heart.
Yeah. And Courtney, this is automatic car washes. I feel like I'm suffocating and that something will come and get me. It's like sensory overload. It's the motion forward, the lack of sight, and the blinking lights. I just can't.
I have something about that. So that part doesn't stress me out, but trying to get into that thing.
The track
always stresses me out because I can't see down there. So whenever the attendant is like telling me, I'm like, I'm gonna look like an idiot because I can't see. So I'm like trying to guess, and I'm like,
he tells you like left, right, straight, right there, stop.
Stresses me out.
They do that at the oil change place too, and they're kind of like guiding you through there. You could die.
I know.
Didn't even think about that. Danielle said the Chick-fil-A drive-thru, which I don't totally get. I don't really go to Chick-fil-A, but they've got 2 lines, one for mobile orders, one for regular orders. I guess that really throws her into a loop.
Yeah, they treat the mobile order people better too. I've noticed.
Do they really? Mm-hmm. Why is that?
I guess because they just value them more than they do the people that actually drive up there to order. No, and that's just an experience that I've had. I can't say that, company wide for Chick-fil-A.
Sure.
Just in my own experience.
Yeah.
Because I figured Chick-fil-A has better lawyers than I have, so I don't want to condemn the whole company.
Yeah, I could guarantee that you got better lawyers than you do. And then Michelle said general admission tickets to a concert. I get that one. She goes, no, I'll stay home running late. And by late, I don't mean actually. I mean giving myself just enough time so that I can get there early and not be forced to find parking, get checked in. But if there's like a rush to get some sort of spot, like those people that go on to Times Square on New Year's Eve, no, that would genuinely cause me a lot of anxiety.
General admission concert tickets, you know that they're only like if you're in an arena, there are only a certain number of seats. You've got a guaranteed spot in there. You just got to get there early enough to find one.
Yeah.
And if it's at a festival of some sort, we're just walking in anyway, just roam around.
Yeah, festival I think is different, but I don't know. Yeah, running into an arena to get a good spot.
Also, Ace, you're tall, so it's different. I feel like because you're tall, you can kind of see things better. I can't see anything, so it's like a stampede. I feel like if I'm walking in somewhere. I'm like, I can't see anything. I just gotta follow the people in front of me.
I get that.
Just looking at everybody's butts.
Yeah. They could be running into a fire. You wouldn't even know.
And I don't know. I'm just running in with them.
Ace put his baby in danger, and he doesn't even know it yet.
Okay.
Ace, big news for you coming up next.
Is anybody shocked by this news?
No.
It's radio. It's a podcast. It's the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. More next.
When it comes to your money and things like a cash out refi, you hear a lot of stuff these days. Information is flying around, but here's the bottom line. You want someone you can trust. Well, here is someone that we trust. Richard Ducato and the Richard Ducato Companies. We worked with Richard for years, and you know all the ins and outs, and more importantly, you give everybody options.
That's right. We have a lot of options. This one lady, we just refinanced her house, paid off all of her credit card debts. She even paid her car off. She's saving $1,000 a month. So that really changes her life and her, her financial well-being.
Yeah.
And she didn't have to make a house payment until 2024. So, there's not a better time to do it is when you need the extra money every month.
They call it cash out, is what we call it in the business.
Cash out.
Cash out.
That's right. Cash out.
So it's one free 5-minute phone call right now, 704-800-4719, 704-800-4719, or go to homewithrichard.com. Do it today. You'll be so glad you did. The Richard Ducato Companies.
Meal delivery services are a big thing right now, but Table and Twine is your local meal delivery service. The meals are fresh, not frozen like national chains. Plus, their meals start at just $7.99 a serving. Take back that time in your day, leave the shopping, preparation, and cooking to Table and Twine. Get details at tableandtwine.com. That's tableandtwine.com.
Join the Stowe Family YMCA for the 2023 Fall Festival Family Game Night. It's a nostalgic night where board games come to life, featuring trunk or treat, arts and crafts, a bounce house, and more. It's Friday, October 27th, 5 to 7 p.m. at the Stowe Family YMCA. Get more information at gastonymca.org.
Available when you want, how you want, on the Ace and TJ Family app. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
There's a new episode of TJ's Political Show available now exclusively for Prime Plus members. Get signed up at acetj.com/prime. And maybe a new edition of the old stuff this week?
Yeah.
Time for Ace and TJ Prime Plus.
It will be available because you just reminded me to do it.
I heard you talk about it yesterday. So.
Yeah, and I wrote it down and forgot to do it. So I'm on it. I'm on it.
No problem there. Well, Ace, when you flew to Florida over the Christmas break, did you have to pay for a ticket for baby Dax?
No, under 2, they sit in your lap. You don't have a seat.
Lap child.
Lap child. A lot of people do that because kids under 2.
Well, that's how they do it. That's because there's no seat.
Well, just a heads up. If you remember, about a week ago on the 6th, last Friday, there was a plane flying from Oregon to California when a window panel blew out and it ripped people's shirts off. Nobody died. Nobody was severely injured. But they do remind parents, if you are holding a child under the age of 2 on your lap, there is a possibility that your kid might get sucked out of the plane.
There's also a possibility that I, at 221 pounds at the moment, touch heavy for me, would not be wearing my seatbelt. That would be sucked out of that plane also. Of course, anybody could be sucked out of that plane.
No, they have a seatbelt attachment that would go around you at that weight.
Can I get the
extender thing?
I mean, come on, man. Of course, yeah.
What do you mean, of course?
Well, anybody could be sucked out of a plane like that. Here's a novel
Not
concept.
if you're seatbelted in.
Don't let the door blow off.
Well, obviously, that's not the goal of the plane. But they're saying if you are holding a child on your lap not secured by a seatbelt, which most people aren't when their kid is under 2, there's a higher chance that kid's going to be
saying that you can't hold him back as tightly as a seatbelt.
Yeah, it's ripped a guy's shirt off.
Of course, that makes total sense. Of course, there's a chance the baby goes flying through it, but I'm not going to start buying a seat on the off chance that the side of the plane tears open.
Well, I think these kinds of things are going to happen more and more often because they're not hiring airlines are not hiring people as according to safety and knowledge being the top priority for their employees.
Maybe.
So that's why all these things are happening.
You're not willing to
lowering the standards of getting certified,
Yeah. You're willing to buy a car seat in the car on the off chance that something happens. Why not take the opportunity to buy a seat for the kid?
Because 1, I can't afford it. Number 2, I would have to bring all this other stuff on the plane along with that. And number 3, the odds of the side of the plane blowing open are astronomical.
I'm telling you, it's going to be happening more and more. But I think you're okay because there's no way that baby's big head is going to fit through a hole in a plane.
Agreed. Agreed. And
that baby's head is the size of one of the engines.
He's big and heavy with he's in the 99th percentile for that head. So, I don't think we have a problem.
Okay. I'm just letting you know that the experts are saying that might be time to rethink it based on what happened last week.
Okay.
The free kid sitting in the lap thing.
Well,
put them in your carry-on.
So
can't afford.
That's it.
Not the way you're jet setting around the globe.
I hear you.
Live in the morning and anytime you want it on the Ace and TJ family app. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. More next.